Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, and I'm with the Motorcycle Product Planning Team at Yamaha Motors US, and I'd like to talk about the all-new 2012 WR450F. When we set out to develop the all-new WR, the concept that we had in mind was quite simple, and that was to combine the power and controllability of a 450 class engine with the lightweight and nimble handling of a 250 chassis, and I'm happy to say we've achieved that concept. Let's talk for a minute about the motor. This is Yamaha's reliable and dependable 449cc 5 titanium valve engine design with a 5-speed wide ratio transmission. Now, a really cool part about the motor working with the chassis in this new bike is actually relates to the position of the motor. The vertical axis of this motor has actually been tilted backwards, so it's a more vertical position, and basically what that does is moves the rotational mass of the cams more into the center of the chassis. Centralizes the mass. It's going to give you a more light and nimble handling feel. One of the coolest parts about this new bike is the addition of fuel injection. It's a 42mm K-hine throttle body with a 12-hole, really high-spec fuel injector. And what this is going to do, of course, is give you very consistent, controllable power delivery, consistent throttle response, but especially consistent performance at nearly all altitudes. So especially those riders in the mountain regions where you start at, say, 6,000 feet and go all the way up to 12,000 or 13,000 feet, the bike's going to run great the whole time. Another cool feature about the fuel injection system is that it was designed with a capacitor. You know, if you're a hardcore racer, you're looking for ultimate lightweight performance, you can remove the battery and the starter and save maybe 8 to 10 pounds and really get that pure ultimate performance. The fuel injection system incorporates 5 separate sensors to monitor the running conditions of the motor, such as throttle position, water temperature, and it also has a lean angle switch. So in other words, if you do happen to fall down, it won't let the bike just sit there and keep running and running. After a few seconds, it will kill the motor. So basically you just pick the bike back up, cycle the on-off switch one time, and you're good to go. Now, whenever you incorporate a fuel injection system to an off-road dirt bike or competition bike especially, you actually lose a little bit of the mid-range torquey character or torquey feeling of the motor. So to get that back, we actually went to a 15mm longer head pipe with a resonator chamber. Again, that's just to get some of that mid-range punch feeling back to the motor. In the development of the new WR, we really focused on the tight woods, enduro, cross-country usage. A lot of those conditions, you're dealing with a lot of mud, a lot of heat in the motor, slow speeds, really hot temperatures. So to deal with that, we went to a larger radiator. It's got 5% more water capacity. So that's just going to add to the already legendary reliability of the WR450F motor. One of the most important aspects of the concept behind the WR450 is to achieve 250 class handling character with a 450 class bike. And in order to achieve that, we literally gave it our YZ-250F frame. Now, this YZ-250F frame has a different rigidity balance than the previous WR. It's got more torsional or twisting rigidity as well as horizontal rigidity. It's going to feel much more lightweight, much more nimble, and especially in this tight woods, tight trails, kind of enduro type riding condition. And it's also going to allow the rider to push at a much higher level, really push it right up to 100%. Now let me point out something on the back of the bike. By using this YZ-250F frame, it actually allowed us to lower the back of the seat area by 11mm. So that's just going to allow you to get a little bit further back on the bike and really charge through the rough sections. It also increased the ground clearance by 7mm, which is great for getting up and over fallen logs, tree roots, or those rocky areas. So one of the first things you're probably going to notice when you ride the all-new WR450F is the addition of the YZ-spec KYB speed-sensitive forks. It's an air oil separate system which has a very linear damping control feel. So you're going to really be able to charge through the rough sections and push at 100%, and the chassis is going to feel very calm and very stable. At the same time, we really didn't give up any of the comfort from the previous bike, so it's really the best of both worlds. A nice benefit of using the YZ-250F chassis is that we can utilize the bodywork off of it as well, and it really provides a very thin and compact shape. So what that means to the rider is the bike's going to feel more thin, more compact, which is really going to aid in that lightweight and nimble handling feel. We also have an all-new fuel tank that was designed to keep that very slim and thin feeling through the middle of the bike, and it has an integrated fuel pump as well as a low-level sensor. So when you get down to a half a gallon of fuel remaining, a light's going to come on up here by the meter and tell you it's time to get back and get some more fuel and get back out on the trail. And to work with this new bodywork, we have an all-new headlight design. The all-new WR450F has all the great features of the previous WR that off-road riders demand. Toolless access airbox, digital race computer, 18-inch rear wheel, Excel rims, O-ring chain, pro taper handlebars, aluminum side stand, electric start, wave brake rotors, wide foot pegs, skid plate, an on-the-fly clutch adjuster, LED taillight with a 35-watt headlight, Dunlop Geomax tires, and it's green sticker legal. With all these great features, in addition to the compact and nimble 250 class chassis, the powerful and reliable 450 motor, now with the addition of the electronic fuel injection and the YZ-spec suspension, make this the most competitive off-road race bike on the planet.